Welcome to my channel. I will be doing a reading for you. Great! Virgo, the cards are flying. Yeah, this is for Virgo, for your sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. And it is for the beginning of June. Actually, it's weird. I almost said April. How weird to say June. Wow, June just seemed like so far away. We are coming towards June. My goodness. I'm getting a shock. Moving into the season of Gemini. We are now on the... today it is the 20th of May. I think it's exactly when Gemini season starts, is it? Anyway, let me start doing your reading instead of speculating what month it is. Virgo, thank you for being here. If this reading resonates for you, please like, subscribe. You can share as well as leave a comment. Right, Knight of Swords. Now there might be... See, around you here, you are stepping in as a very powerful energy, especially when it comes to you're very attractive. You could have people looking at you sort of, wow, like, Virgo, they look so amazing. I haven't seen Virgo for a while. Where have they been? Are you stepping out looking amazing? Right? You are also, I will see that for many of you, when it comes to any sort of past love situation, I see here that you are like, no. I am absolutely no way how to say, exploring the possibility of that union again, because with that union at the time, they were more trouble than when they were what they were worth. So that I am in this kind of single, ready to mingle energy, and I'm moving away from conflict. There's something about that when you were involved with this person, you were the one staying grounded, and you realized that you could have attracted a bit sort of erratic energy because of a person. Now, it can also be in your current environment, besides from love, Virgo, perhaps you feel that there can be someone in your environment as well. It can also be a family member, someone that cause argument without a reason. I'm picking up a bit more of a domestic thing, or someone in work, or this is like another female perhaps that is like, oh gosh, this someone that is immature, and you feel that, oh, why do they have to act this way? There, something like that. Now, when it comes to, you might also be a friend, Virgo, where you are like, oh, this person is not really a friend, or this person here, I can't really trust them. Someone that you will probably leave out in the cold because they're just being hard work. Now, if it's a person, you might be dealing with a Libra, Leo, Pisces. Also Pisces, Virgo is very much the opposite, still compatible, but complement, but can also be completely different. I'm seeing also, Virgo, that you are sort of quite fed up with having to be caught in some kind of crossfire, having to be caught in this sort of, people come to you with their problems, and now you are just, oh, I can't be dealing with that anymore. So if you have been going through like a dark night of the soul, dealing with difficult messages, kind of having to constantly defend yourself, now it's a time for you, the wheels turning. You're like, okay, the only way to close any sort of erratic energy is usually to block it out. So I see that you are taking steps, Virgo, as saying, I'm stepping into a mature, sort of straight to the point, no BS around me, because what I don't create is something I don't need to be there constantly to resolve conflict around me. So coming to love, the reason why we are here. Now, a person that is somehow there could be maturing in a way of picking up a courage to reach out instead of watching the union. Can be that this is a counterpart with the Four of Wands. They desire that you don't look at them as, someone that you have to protect yourself from. They want to talk to you. They want to collaborate with you. This could be through here social media, through where they speak to you. There's something about they want to collaborate with you, but there's some kind of fear of reaching out at the same time. So they are watching the idea of reaching out. Now, it might be that this person they have left you with a really bad impression. So they know that because of the Seven of Swords, they left you with this, you don't believe in them, you don't see them coming in good, you leave them on cold, and they know that you are right. They know that you have seen the truth about them and that they haven't addressed what they did, what is put them in a certain box. And so they know it's their own behavior, but I do see a positive change around this person. Usually someone that is, Eight of Wands is moving forward again, trying over. But again, there could be sort of their mindset can still be limited. They have a scarcity mindset with the Four of Pentacles. Perhaps someone is quite immature. So what's happening in their environment with the Page of Swords? Right, yeah. This is someone that can, you're dealing with someone, Virgo, that can just create their own games. And they play games because they crave attention. And you realize that. You realize that someone that is kind of addicted to playing games, that's the way of getting attention, and they're not getting your attention anymore. So for example, when they create drama, they come back, and they were saying sorry, or they were sort of showing that, that they have addressed it, they keep repeating the same. And even though they see that you are, their happiness, right? They have sabotaged it with some ways. They know their ways is not trusting. There is most likely a point of no return here. They need to transform and change. But they feel this also union as a very spiritual union. They have learned lessons from, have been learning, sorry, I can't speak, something about learning, taking the high road. But this person, the issue with them, they tend to have a lot of chaos around them as well. So it is that turmoil, distraction and ego, chasing constantly trouble. This is someone that has something inside of them where they are fickle. They chase trouble. They look over at you and they see that's not what you're about. And actually, you were quite tolerant of their behavior. You're tolerant of their behavior for whatever reason. Maybe this past life connection, right? You were forgiving. Now, I see here, Virgo. So what's about to happen? Right. So due to this person's mind games or in their environment, right? Something is crashing down currently. The way they have been living and repeating, they're digging their own grave in a way. World's falling apart with the Tower, end of no return. They could lose their job, they lose a relationship, they lose long-term friendships. Something that they're doing here with their own behavior is coming to an end. Why is the Ten of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Five of Swords? The person that Virgo is dealing with, right? Okay, so if they are in a Ten of Pentacles situation, right? The foundation as they know it has fallen apart. For some, it can be a very difficult situation, right? So there is a major part of this union that is now gone. and they feel this burden. So most likely this person is here. What they found, the strength that they, something about the delay, they're seeing, they're experiencing that by staying where they are, staying put, staying in a place of not acting, it didn't really give them anything. They stayed there due to something they thought was secure, but the longer they stayed, the longer they juggled because of the connection with you, the longer they knew they were on a crossroads and didn't follow their higher self, the longer it took. And then they're experiencing this kind of, in their love life, I would say that they're not fulfilling, and now they're scared of reaching out. It's this, do they repeat the cycle where they are? This person is someone that can't help themselves repeating old cycles, or something about like they don't have the mental power to get out of. It's almost that their fear of doing something is they are extending the period of feeling in this mental conflict and stuck and defeat rather than acting. It's self-sabotage. Whilst this union here, it's the only thing that felt grounded, giving like growth. But the problem is with this person is that they expected for it to somehow be handed to them without any change. Because they didn't change, they are now experiencing painful changes, and because they didn't kind of go through that addressing behaviors, addressing ways, changing way of thinking, right? Law of attraction, perhaps painful experiences, they encountered them, a lot of them. So yeah, they are reflecting on, you can watch the twin flame reading, a very good twin flame reading, very good energies, I think, showing that someone is taking that after the death, after the tower, they are actually trying something they haven't done before, right? Not repeating the same and expecting different results. So again, here also showing that there might have been a certain type they usually looked for and that felt it was their match, like a Queen of Wands, but now, you know, they're matching up with you. However, you don't really see, now justice could be served here for you by seeing this person kind of addressing past behavior, seeing a change to them, but a little too late from your side. That's very likely as well. All right, so Virgo, why is Seven of Wands showing up in your environment? I'm also seeing here, Virgo, it's like you, it's never the issue with you, it's people around you that tend to release their problems and chaos somehow to you, expecting you to fix it. Right, so you might hear also, yeah, it's you, perhaps also you are dealing with Virgo to say, okay, am I, because you are reflecting, taking some time out, you might also reflect about that for a very long time. You had a certain type that you were stuck on for whatever reason. And maybe you also had some habits, a person that could even be a friend, right? Again, that was toxic towards you, but you let this person stay based on, you know, if it is a family member, right? Or if it is someone you feel, I need to give someone a chance, you will fear someone. You might have Libra in your chart or be born on the cusp. So there is something about allowing a certain energy to stay there too long, and in the end it was very, very burdensome not to cut contact with them. You seen that not cutting contact with them just made the problem worse. Letting this person stay around or having access to you made it worse. You felt there was something about the connection to them. You felt, oh, if I leave them completely, maybe I will miss them. That's usually what the devil make you feel, right? It is that, or what if I go, I will miss out. So it is you stepping into your Empress, you stepping into your higher self. It's you taking off, you know, that blindfold slowly but surely, but not yet, based on finding this sort of following your intuition here, following that internal roadmap, instead of feeling that you are stuck on someone because maybe they'll come in. It's a what I'm seeing here, it's a karmic connection. It's a karmic connection, the relationship you have to them. That doesn't always have to be, let's say, oh, because you cut them out, they are disappearing out of your life. You are cutting that attachment you have to the type of connection with them. So let's say that for a long time you've been waiting for this person to, let's say, watch your social media posts and have some type of interaction there, or you expect messages from them, or you got used to it. It was a bit of a guilty pleasure. You are like over them, but it's something here that is being addressed within you that is making you stuck, that you are able to release, because you are experiencing that blocking the energy out, saying that, oh, it's not allowed into my space, saying no to the energy, not having the attachment, feeling that, oh, because you are dealing with someone, a strong character. So let's say if you don't contact them or don't answer, or sometimes don't give them attention. So I'm just drinking water. Then it's that initially this person will make you feel, even if you don't speak to them, you feel this pulling of them. It's kind of a underneath, right? Because of the connection you have to them, you can feel their rage in a way, that pull. That's you are separating yourself, I think, Virgo, from that kind of pull to have such commitment to them. There is like a loyalty without having to be loyal, but loyal to the obsession about them. For you, it's a bit deep, but I hope you understand what I mean. So somehow here, it's you doing something, well, you know, maybe you're turning off a social media app for a certain time, right? So they can't reach you, or there's something you're doing where you are putting your foot down, where it is going to be obvious that this person can't reach you. So that here is kind of triggering and changing a behavior as well. If you're dealing with a fire sign, you know, this person is taking action. We have Leo, Pisces, but we also have here you having a decision in love. I see you being pursued as far as you see them. You see them as someone that, you know, causing you this obsessiveness that you want to get away from. There is a new energy that is the Knight of Cups, right? Coming towards you as well. It is you also exploring the new energy. And that is setting you free in terms of any kind of feeling attachment in a way, because there are so many ways of feeling attached, right? It can just be someone is in the back of your head and you don't want them to be. It's about you releasing that, and you feel burden free when you release it. It's something about you taking some action that you delay the action, but when you are taking the action, it's also releasing the burden, releasing the devil from your mind. It's vanishing into thin air based on that leaving out in the cold. So it strengthens you. So that very much, that, you know, the releasing the devil can do so much, right? Overnight, or instantly, it can do so much. Anyone that maybe have dealt with habits, people, addiction, anything like that, you know that it's a journey regardless, right? If it's something severe, but regardless, you're starting a journey of pain, less pain when it comes to that particular topic. So yeah, it's with soulmate, yeah. An inner calling is happening here to reconnect, a soulmate union. Now, again, in a battle, struggle with differences, it's so I think this is sort of in between. Okay, your person here, so this person is stuck in their head. You are seeing that a certain person brings conflict. So let's say if a new person shows up, you are straight away thinking the same conflicts will reoccur. And it's sort of kind of releasing. You have the sun and the stars, very beautiful. It's everything's looking different suddenly overnight. You could be in the same place, but just things are looking different for you. It's that really feeling independent as well, feeling freedom from attachments to a certain way of thinking about someone as well, letting go of that. Who is this soulmate? It's a romantic relationship unfolding. A life-changing decision is happening. The Empress. Again, you are definitely moving into a new you. Six of Cups underneath the deck. You could move into the new you by travel. You are releasing yourself. You're having fun. Someone is watching you also. Perhaps they're jealous. They're seeing that you are the old you. That you are the you that they prevented you from being. You don't really care what they think, what they feel, what they do, anything. And that's making them also vanish, or their behavior vanish into thin air, right? You are not giving into, see, you are sitting in a Four of Cups, actually seeing a soulmate right in front of you, but you haven't been able to release something to do with the Devil energy. You're releasing that and you're attracting freedom and independence, forward movement, a lot of forward movement here, putting things into action, wish fulfillment. You are definitely, I see, Virgo, is the time for you to release absolutely everything that is not serving you. Where you felt stuck to something that was actually preventing you from everything that you have already. And once you release it, and you will know what that is, it's bringing only magic. Something that made you feel blindfolded and thinking, oh, I need to wait a little bit longer to do so-and-so because I don't have all the answers, right? Something that you overcomplicated basically by listening to the devil instead of listening to your own roadmap and your higher self, and things are just changing. And this, often it can be, getting out of your home, getting to travel, doing something you felt you don't have time to, but doing that changing your routine up. That could be if you have overworked yourself and not have time to think about anything. The only way of changing it is to not work. And maybe you felt that, and maybe you're workaholic, right? That's many, that as well. There's many different attachment to the devil, working over too much as well. It's just so many things. You will only know it yourself. And it is often very difficult to do something about it. So keeping an open mind. Now, you are also, maybe a person that you were dealing with also have, there could be financial issues, right? That they constantly felt depleted, and they felt, because they're financially depleted, pretending that they were not financially depleted, using their ego to kind of pretend they have more than what they have. And in the end, that's brought sort of a demon out of them, because they couldn't accept certain financial situation or certain burdens they have to release, therefore continued in terms of their way, this person's way of with you was to kind of use their looks or charm. That was their way of showing that they have everything in a way. So I see that this is all changing. You're not really letting this person affect you. So if it's them or someone else, I mean, I am picking up that is someone new, Virgo. But we have the Six of Cups, so very often it's not. It can be friends of friends. It can be you're going back to a place you used to live, and when you're going back there, you're reconnecting with someone, right? Or it's something like a journey traveling back in terms of your childhood as well, right? There's something you're reconnecting within yourself, Virgo, during the month of June. It's making decision outside of the Five of Swords. Right, it is following your inner guidance, right? So yeah, where you might have always, because you were maybe in the same place where someone was constantly rushing in front of you, making you feel this Five of Swords, like, oh, I have to be on guard, I have to protect myself, or, you know, you just had to constantly be walking on eggshells based on protecting yourself from a certain energy. This is changing based on you actually going on a journey, right? Spiritual journey, taking off. See here, the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. It is that the spirituality within a union is coming back, and the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, this is something to do with perhaps that you were repeating. Now I see that because you were repeating, and very interesting here as well. So it's something about you repeating something over and over and over and expecting different results. You know, that's insanity, right? And them also repeating something over and over, each to your own. And the last two cards also here of this deck in the twin flame reading is the Hanged Man and the Four of Wands. So it's something about, in the Two of Cups here, it's something about each to your own. It's a change happening. You are getting out of this thinking of it as a depletion rather than a gift, thinking of only the fights you had, only that then, you know, that why are we still hung up on the past kind of thing. It is definitely to do with healing. With the Hierophant and the High Priestess, it's two people certainly looking into the higher self and having an awakening. The Year of the Goat, the Year of the Pig, the Year of the Tiger, and the Year of the Snake may be significant here in terms of the Chinese horoscope or the signs, I mean the zodiac. It's something about like this change that you're making, Virgo, where you could sort of feel very fixed and staying put in a place for too long, thinking, well, there is absolutely no change around here. I need to continue to defend myself, right? And this could even be nothing to do with this person, right? But it's a journey that you are taking. You could travel somewhere sunny, maybe. Maybe you didn't have a holiday for a long time because you constantly have to tackle an environment. If you have a lot of people around you, whether it's a workplace or family place, right? You are now seeing that you can't feel different. You can't feel fulfilled if you're still staying there. You need to make that change. And I see the same with your person here. It's a change, but the change is going into your higher self. It's changing the mindset with a little help of different surroundings as well, and viewing someone different. There is a change happening where you're able to perhaps see this person with new eyes, and they see you with new eyes based on removing something in your life, each to your own. So, you know, I'm seeing this, it takes two to tango. So perhaps, right, when you look usually at something in a certain way, well, let's say they did leave without, they betrayed you, let's say they did that, which is clear here based on a certain behavior. So your view is that, no, I can't trust them, they're still the same, but maybe that sort of was repeated in your mind for a long time, whereas now you are repeating something else to yourself. You are sort of parking that sort of moment, what they did. You are deciding not to think of it. You're a man, you can't always decide, but you are not thinking of it anymore, based on also releasing that past burden they gave to you by feeling stuck on a certain painful moment, certain dark night of the soul. And because you are setting that free, they are also able to make, it's something about them maturing as well. So the Lovers. So maybe you're dealing with Gemini, Pisces. Yeah, it is also here. Okay, yeah. It is kind of watching. Someone is kind of nervous, very nervous, feeling sort of, can I move forward? there is nervousness here, right? There is the Empress, right? So they view you as the Empress. They view you as someone that is very grounded, stable. You keep yourself to yourself. You work on yourself. You don't have time for love type of, they think, so they don't take action. So when they come forward, they are sort of a bit hasty, wanting to make sure that it doesn't look like they are pursuing you when they are. Reconnecting the feelings for you, but feeling a sense of, oh, I bit off more than I can chew with you, in a way. Because they come forward as a knights, feeling nervous because they are nervous, needing to find that maturity and grow, finding that inner strength, right? King of Cups. So again, wow, very spiritual connection here. You two speak to one another telepathically. They might have strong Pisces in their chart or Taurus in their chart. So I am also picking up there is a decision in love. A person can decide to take a decision to leave a queen of wands, to pursue their real feelings, than to be brave, right? And you are deciding also, Virgo, possibly with this person, that you love this person. You're able to move on and see this person with new eyes. That's not something, again, it's something that will happen. Either it happen naturally or it don't. So, it's not like, oh, if you think right here and now that a certain person it would be impossible to view them as a spiritual connection and any sort of, see them in a new eyes, then it's not that person. I would say it's not that person. This is someone that you will be able to see with in a different light, based on two people that have changed each to their own. So it's a difference here, right? This is never about and I would always say that, and when people listen to readings as well, right, there are we all have people in our life that we know is definitely not going to you're not even thinking of them. So let's say if you turn up to a reading and you listen, you're like, you're thinking back in your archive, oh my God, it sounds like they're describing them. Why would I want them back? Of course it's not them. It's that's not how it works, right? This would be a person you have a spiritual connection to. This will be someone that with time and changes, there is some kind of unconditional love. So often, when the Six of Cups appears, is actually far back. You can only, and there is, it doesn't mean that time you can forgive someone, but it is someone here that the love you felt, when you connected, right, it never really faded. It never really faded, but it had to do with situations around you that didn't bring you together. Two people wanted different situations. I see that you could have been open for the unconventional in terms of the unconditional love, but they were someone perhaps that said, no, I want to have a child by this date, I want to live in this house. So they were a little bit more sort of ruthless about how they proceeded. So again, that caused these obstacles. But here I'm seeing, especially how the Hierophant and the High Priestess keeps repeating, it is very often when you have a strong sensation or feeling, right, that someone, you know what will happen as well. You know already in your heart and your soul that something is changing. All right, Virgo, we're going to wrap up this reading. Yeah, happiness, joy. I'm also seeing that you taking a vacation, you taking just some time out. It is bringing a new phase in your life overall, which is again bringing you, it's giving you freedom, a nice feeling. It's a place where you are, yeah, just really feeling, oh, I haven't felt this in a long time, right? And you could have also, let's say if you have been in a place of just repeating, like every day is about almost survival, you are going into a period in June where you're like, oh, I haven't felt this in a long time. That doesn't have to be even to do with this person. It has to do with, oh, just like, oh, I haven't felt, there's something about your inner child reconnecting, like, you know, it's something in your program that, you know, this child feeling when you sort of were in a place, in a setting where it really made you feel joy, that didn't have to do with love, but maybe in your adult life, it was like, well, joy only comes when this person is behaving a certain way towards me. And if they don't behave a certain way, now I just get on with business, but I can't feel this way again. So something will happen, Virgo, where you're going to feel this joy that you feel the same when you feel that love in a way, and that actually is reconnecting. That is, you're going to feel this kind of health and glow and passion, and this kind of something that you might have put on the shelf for a long time is coming back. A feeling that you're coming back, right? Feelings you can't predict when they will happen, but it has to do with actions you are taking for you, and it's usually never to do with, yes, of course, but that's usually with the ego, when you say, well, I know exactly what's going to make me feel good. That is, if a certain person called me, they said they have got a wedding ring and they're moving in with me in the palace and they have a Ferrari outside. Of course I feel great, but really, is if that makes you feel, let's say, from feeling doom and gloom to feeling over the moon, right? That has also to do with obsession about materialism, wanting a certain thing. If that's not the true feeling, if the true feeling of feeling good within and your mind, and especially when it comes to a spiritual way, I'm picking up. So hope it made sense. I think we will leave it at that. Virgo, a nice energy here overall for you, and very transformative. If it resonated with you, yeah, please like, subscribe. Now you can leave a comment as well. I will see you very soon.